is making a comeback.
Here's the thing, we live in a 24/7 news cycle, and the coronavirus is a perfect story to hype. A health-related topic like this bumps up TV ratings and newspaper readership. One can spend hours surfing the web searching COVID-19 and come up with a lot of talk, but little in the way of information. A lack of reliable and clearly communicated data has the stock market reeling. As well, American lives are being impacted by the so-called cancel culture, where everything seems to be on hold. No NBA, lots of travel restrictions, and so forth. And if the leftist media weren't so shallow, it would take time to answer legitimate health concerns from the American public instead of stoking panic. So what is the reality of the situation? Is it time to hold yourself up in your apartment or home and panic? In a word, no. A Chinese government expert recently went on record saying that new cases of coronavirus should drop to 0 by the end of March in the city of Wuhan, where it all started. Don't trust the Chinese? Alrighty then, let's go to the US experts. The Trump administration has been proactive regarding COVID-19. Early travel restrictions have kept the situation thus far very manageable. Here are the takeaways from the CDC and the American medical experts. Number 1, the risk of contracting the virus in America remains low. Number 2, outbreak numbers will get worse throughout March. However, in about 2 months, it will get markedly better. And number 3, 1.5 million test kits are currently being dispensed to hospitals around the country. Now, age does matter when dealing with COVID-19. According to health officials, the average mortality age is 80, so older people should really proceed with caution. But for the rest of us, however, we need the facts at our fingertips. One area of confusion appears to be the so-called death rate once someone has contracted coronavirus. The nation's top infectious disease expert told Sean Hannity the actual death rate for coronavirus probably hovers around 1%. Which is 10 times worse than the seasonal flu. But, as Liberty Nation's Omar Am reported, a more accurate picture of COVID-19's death rate may come from South Korea. Out of 7,478 cases, 53 Koreans have died. This calculates to a death rate of 0.7%, hardly the 3.4% being kicked around on TV. Now, 2 more quick facts for you to consider. Of those who contract the virus, 80% will only get mildly sick and quickly recover. In the US, the infection rate is currently 1.9 per million people. Compare that to Italy, which has 151 cases per million. That last fact leads the rational person to the conclusion that thus far, the US is doing a good job of containment. The American public is understandably jittery about coronavirus. However, if the mainstream media would stop with the urgent alerts and start informing people of these basic facts, paranoia and pandemonium might be held in check. As well, politicizing coronavirus doesn't help anyone. The bottom line here, folks, is to use common sense. Evaluate whether you're in the high-risk category, stop listening to the nonsense on TV, and by all means, wash your hands. For reliable information and daily tracking of the virus, visit the CDC's COVID-19 situation summary page below.
Truth is making a comeback.